Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. Straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have been doing your best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, Our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead.
How is that possible? The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Tricky, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for, understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
We'll go. Trigger, I'm your wingman. You fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located. Showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Missile in the air.
Command evaded the attack.
Controls are down. Ejecting.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Mage 2, locked.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs? I can't tell them apart.
I'm spiked.
Missile launched.
Fox 2. Fox 2. Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. I call that mission accomplished. We're still got half our baggage. Emptying over the hangars and runways.
Mage 2,
H2 bandit confirmed down.
I'm in his blind spot.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Fox 3, Fox 3.
Draft me.
Eliminating through the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire!
Ejecting.
I'm on this one's tail.
Mage 2, locking. Fox 3, Fox 3.
Outstanding. Bandit is down.
To Gollum and Mage. Job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Quadra, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater at Gunther Bay. I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is page.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent. plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yuuzhan, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yuuzhan, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusea, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusea went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusea didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusea. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusea, on the opposite side of the Yuuzhan continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to... They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusea has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Yuuzhan continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusea are currently appearing throughout Yuuzhan. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP. Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there!
Ground target destroyed.
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
H2, anti-ship missile away. Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle! Requesting permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now. We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. Push the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory.
Target is destroyed. Trigger, there's one more to go. Missed.
The enemy aircraft away from the base. Breaking to escape lock.
Box 2.
H2, target destroyed.
Tank! Tank!
Evade! Evade!
Targeting range of guns.
Lock.
Column 2, you can't go after every target.
Column 2, Fox 2.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Maintain a stream over clear ground. Column 3, hit the payload now.
Column 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Breaking out of lock.
Fox 2, Fox 2! radar vehicle. There's nothing in your way now.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Oh, to see the Erusians' faces now.
Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Locked. All right. This base is worth destroying.
Launch preparations complete. Rules are free. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Column 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant, you know. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Column Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
Mage 2 is taking down an enemy. How many's that now?
Just 2 more.
Fox 2.
My wings are iced up.
The enemy does a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours. The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel II was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel II is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Barbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Ocean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Mage 2, begin takeoff sequence. You're cleared for launch. Mage 2 is away. Mage 2, specified altitude reached. Restrictions lifted. Good luck.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all base. We have the upper hand, but these stars...
Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we can went wild and do dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
I'm hit! I've lost control!
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. They got me!
3 remaining.
Attacking. Vigilant! We need reinforcements now!
1 remaining.
Ice up! Losing speed! Missile breaking!
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert. UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. can I...
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and call your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy.
Box 2! Box 2!
Yowza!
Missile evaded. Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Column Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe. Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work. Mage 2, UAV down.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Locked.
That's it, baby. Come to Poppy.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace on Column 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Column 2, engage now. Attack.
One bandit. This is 3.
Gargoyle 1, caution! Missile! Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Column 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an Su-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Column 2, stop dogfighting and run.
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
Not good. Brody, break off.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Don't think
Portrait
about this.
aircraft. We'll let you take it next time. Red Column and Mage Squadron handling. They'll go through.
Get your asses out.
Stall warning.
Missile, evade! Mage Squadron, get those things off my ass!
I'm tied up now. Trigger, can you help them?
Does Mage Squadron still have their hot shot?
Mage 2,
Just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Column and Mage, we owe you a debt. We'll pay it.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Column 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Column 2, get a hold of yourself. Column 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support!
Missile.
Somebody! Support!
Missile. Missile.
Bandit is down.
Column 2, lost.
Shit.
Missile.
Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie?
Missile.
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
A few seconds could be life or death for him. Hurry up.
Missile
I know.
evaded.
All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
H2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Deck is clear. H2, you are cleared for landing. Lower your speed. 2 miles to carrier. H2, bank right. Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Now return to base.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing a stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Arusian princess rallying her people on the Arusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Aruja, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot who will head up this strategy is you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Are we under attack? No change.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. Making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes.
We have bandits.
He ended the war, built the space elevator, launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there. Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Mage 2, target destroyed. Mage 2, target down. Half of the anti-air guns down. remaining SAM sites and secure the LZ. All SAM sites down.
The anti-air weapons are already gone. Which squadron did this?
Just one until you showed up.
Impossible.
The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land.
Roger. Rendezvous point sight. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Sea Goblin, careful. Going up to meet on 2 VIPs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container!
Yeah, Mage 2 destroyed the target.
Target destroyed.
Enemies locked on.
Mage 2, target down.
Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper! Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off!
We'll pass out some exhaustion before the enemy wears out.
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up. UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back! Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harlan, stay right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive? That's about half. Mop up the rest. UAV confirmed down.
You inspire me, Trigger. I learned how to deal with these guys by watching you.
Bandit destroyed.
They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was thermal barracks!
Press it in. We're fighting against
Shit! Rocket!
Damn. 3 remaining.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Harling. Rescue unit down. Belong to the soldier who had this radio. I will get Mr. Harling out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out.
We found an Erusian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
Better than Mr. Harling.
It'll do. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1? That's the best you can call him? Blood breathing down my neck.
Missile away. 1 remaining.
Golem Squadron, let's take it up a notch, okay?
Missile.
All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
All right. Mother Goose 1 taking off. Mr. Harling was
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird. Mage 2 crashed. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support.
Skykeeper, bogey's on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up.
Enemy UAV down. Great job, Trigger.
Lock acquired.
Locked.
Roger. Orders on fire one. Yes, sir.
Get Trigger.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. This isn't exactly a fighter.
Understood. An Arsenal Bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Cargo 1, where's the signal? Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my order. Without the White House, the harbor, they won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours.
UAV down. Nice work. Keep it up.
Where's the signal? Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
Gargoyle 1 here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed.
Gargoyle, inside. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron, Babel!
Gargoyle 3 to Babel.
Babel, roger.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed?
The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual. Gargoyle Squadron, report.
HQ, one hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's windbreak took a scratch. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
Bandit destroyed.
Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course. Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
Why are they still in the air? We're headed straight for the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond!
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1.
Mate 2, Mate 2.
Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating.
Friendly fire. I saw it.
Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. Erusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand why? The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this, Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His TAC name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire, and as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again?
Wonder how many will lose today. Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers, but we'll think that we've got an active base here.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter. Spare.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8. Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
My blood's boiling!
Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. If he makes it back, when you land, your ass is grass. Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked. Damn, you're good.
Let's make this more interesting.
Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil. Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes.
Always in the know, aren't you?
In this war, intel is a life or death matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base. Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one. If any of you die, just think of it as you atone for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me? Righto.
23, this is Goldwood. Numbers we can handle. Proceed with us. Soldier Squadron, get into formation. Yeah, let's talk it out. Here's a juicy target.
Look at them. Blowing up a bunch of paper planes.
The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? They're that convincing.
Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower!
Hey, what's with all the shaking?
There's smoke!
Send in the fire team. Do not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKinsey? Damn it!
You're mine.
Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
Righto, be done by now. Rethink the odds. Want to bet which one of us gets the first kill after the starts?
This is the first.
If count's going
I decide when you die.
All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your lying tune? I'll show you all how it's done.
Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
Oh yeah.
Head to the next target.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harley's murderer.
Hurry up! Finish the job and let's get out! No, we're in time, let's go! We're cut off. We can't break away. We can't! Fuck off. Where the hell are we out here?
Nickel.
Fox 2.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader.
Attack this! Fox 2.
Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
Trigger again!
We're on fire! We're going down!
Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Can't maintain altitude. Bailing out!
This is a pretty nice ride. It's been serviced pretty good. I can't believe these things used to be scrap. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Like she's loyalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen.
Queen? More like a bad timber, Tom.
Yeah, Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. That was dumb luck, Tabloid.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. 3 targets remaining.
Break!
The targets are still out. Active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing?
Wilco, Commander McKenzie, please maintain silence for the moment. Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack!
landed left. Take him down now.
First come, first serve.
All targets confirmed eliminated.
Hell yeah! Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Then you win. So what, you're not done?
Just checking.
Caution.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. Bank right. Lower your nose. You're too high. 2 miles to go. 1 mile to go. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. At least you're down. Careful with the aircraft next time.
I lost a lot of money for that trigger. Don't forget.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess. And I found out later, she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept his...
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca-Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare 8? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat. Feel free to take them out.
Kind of specialty of mine.
What are the odds of getting out alive?
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7. You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
The fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading.
Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
You distract me. Rocket it on.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. The regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like bad dogs finally come around.
All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that?
Scratch one hostile.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Rhino.
Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. More crowded area. Try to catch some more lead. The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger. Finally have to beat on the targets. They're in one hell of a place. I'll take it from here. You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Haha, Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full band?
Trigger's taking out one of the AA guys.
Good range. Spare 15, missile away.
Yo, you having fun out here, Trigger?
Hostile has a lock. AA gun down.
Missile.
Locked on.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Enemy has a lock on.
Target hit.
sights.
Enemy behind!
Don't worry about crashing. Worry about your sins.
Are you freelancing as a priest now as well as a jailer?
You got a lock? No way!
Yeah, target destroyed. Okay. All that's left below you is piles of rubble. Those more enemies. Let's see if they can't hit you this time.
I know the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. But it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osea has one. It probably says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Band Dog.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Let me look into this doctrine thing.
Man, you're delusional.
Bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note-letter test. Gathering intel is all about getting access. Trigger's destroyed all the trucks.
Enemies on my radar.
Right to the party. This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Just keep us long enough to blow the air.
Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
Murder's done it again. Gonna have to rethink the odds. Trigger eliminated target.
Trigger crashed. Trolling an idiot. New glimpse on my radar. Get after it.
The anti-air guns are hit hard. Our air defense capabilities are compromised. Just grab whatever you can and return fire. No, air fire!
Spare 15, missile away. Spare 15, SAM sight down.
Trigger, he's got a lock.
Package dropped.
Sweet!
Locked on target.
Enemy got away.
In gun range. Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280. They're drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots?
Machines are not replacing humans.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
Maintain in my sight. My God.
Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he's sending us into? Penal units are just pawns.
That lying son of a bitch.
Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation. You've done a fair amount of work to their ground units, but I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise.
You really are good at murdering people, Trigger. Too easy for someone who's used to killing presidents. Ex-presidents. So, what's the difference? Whatever, he's still got 3 Sith lines. Behind! No way this base can be attacked from the air.
Locked on.
Missile away.
Bandit on your 6. Watch it. I'm on his back. Bandit in my sight. Locked on. Missile evading! Flex 2. spare 7. Shit! Someone get this enemy off my tail! I can't. I've got my hands full too.
High roller, missile, shake it off.
God damn it, I'm hit! I'm still at the table! High roller, missile, another one! I've got a bet on me getting out of this. Hey, someone's down. Who is it? It's High roller. He's been taken out.
Don't piss your pants over one aircraft being down. Never thought I'd say this, but you're doing a hell of a job, Spare Squadron.
Adulation from the guard dog. We're untouched.
Don't make me take it back. Eradicate the rest of them.
What happens to a bet when the banker's out? Another man's down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
I'm hit! I'm hit! My aircraft!
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try to stop me.
Enemy base is crippled. That's enough. Go find some enemies that can kill you.
I'm getting behind Trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let him. Poor decision on your part. I've still got top score. Count? Man, you're useless. Everyone knows you inflate your numbers. I can't influence them to try.
I'm going after the bastards that attacked.
Spare 15, Fox 2.
Missile! Evading!
Engage or face punishment.
Tapping away, little guard dog.
You'll pay for this.
Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins.
down 6. Bullshit. We're still on 2.
Hey, are you sure your radar's working right?
Missile.
7 down. That's more than an ace.
Missile.
Spare 15 locked on.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I'm spiked. I'll shake him.
Missile launched.
Enemy missile chasing me! Really?
3 minutes remaining.
Damn, these guys are agile. Spare 15 is cleaning up. 10 grabs down.
Missile.
Special weaponry is gone. AA gun down. Missile away. New blip on radar. Shoot down anything that interferes with your mission.
Missile.
Spare 15, missile.
Missile.
2 minutes remaining. UAV destroyed.
Missile.
Spare 15, missile.
Missile.
Spare 15 locked.
Solid.
1 minute remaining.
Trigger, he's got a lock.
Missile.
You've got one on your tail.
Fox 2. 30 seconds remaining.
15.
Spare 11. Stop counting and start attacking.
So stop. Trigger, let the real battle begin.
Caution alert.
5 UAVs remain.
Ammunition 0.
Okay. You've hit the enemy base enough. Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass.
Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too. Hey, who wants to bet who goes into solitary? That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
Caution. Pull up.
You lost planes, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you cross the return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary. Take them.